like that you could maybe respond better with mom? And
if she worked with me.
Yeah. She would kind of loosen up a little bit, then maybe you would give some too. How would you like your relationship to be with mom?
Good.
Yeah. So you don't like arguing with her?
No.
Yeah. Sounds like mom, that relationship's pretty important to you.
Yeah.
Okay. Even though sometimes it's tough. Okay. Do you feel like at times the rules are unfair then?
Yeah.
You mentioned some of the little things.
Yeah. Like,
is there a time specifically that you remember maybe, or where you felt the rule was unfair?
I can't think for an example.
Yeah, that's okay. It's kind of hard to come up with examples right on the spot, so it's all right. Okay. So when mom or dad grounds you, do they pretty much follow through with it, or do they say, "Oh, you're grounded for 2 weeks," and then they kind of let you off the hook?
Mostly they don't let me off
Mostly
the
they
hook,
don't? Okay.
Maybe there's been like once.
Okay. So usually they mean business.
Yeah.
Okay. How do you feel about that they follow through with what they say?
It's hard to stick with it.
Yeah. But you know the expectations, so when they say something, it's pretty much, that's it. Okay. Other than grounding, is there any other forms of discipline that your parents have ever used with you?
They make me do chores.
Okay.
Do lots of chores.
You do a lot of chores?
Yeah.
That's really responsible of you. Usually
Like,
follow
I
through with
have
it?
to. Yeah.
You have to. You don't feel you have a choice. Okay. What would happen if you don't do your chores?
Probably get grounded more.
Okay. And you don't want that.
No.
So you do. Gotcha. Okay. So how does mom and dad get along?
They fight sometimes. They used to fight a lot. They don't fight as much anymore. But
Oh. So you hear them fight. Like if you're in your room, they don't like try to hide it from you necessarily. They argue sometimes in front of you, or
not really. I mean, not as much in front of me, but yeah, I still hear them.
What do you think most of the fights are about?
Probably money.
Money.
Maybe me.
Sometimes you, sometimes money. You're not sure.
Probably more money.
Okay. But lately they've been getting along better.
Yeah.
That's good. How's that make you feel? That they're getting along a little better?
Good.
Yeah.
Don't have to hear it as much.
How would you usually cope when they were fighting a lot back when they were fighting more? What would you do?
Want to go on a walk or something?
Usually get away from the situation?
Yeah.
Yeah. What about during the time this whole thing happened? Was that when they were fighting a little more when you ran?
Yeah, a little bit.
So what about dad? We'll go back to dad. You and dad's relationship. You mentioned mom's mostly home.
Yeah. He works a lot.
Yeah. He's a pretty hard worker, huh?
Yeah.
So mom's mostly there, mostly the
Yeah.
disciplinarian.
Yeah. Don't talk to my dad much. I mean, I do. He gives me rides and stuff, but
Okay. So if something comes up and you could have a choice, if mom and dad were both in the room, and who would you probably lean going towards?
probably my mom.
Mom, if something
Yeah.
was going on, you needed to talk to somebody. Okay. That's good. I'm glad you feel like you can talk to mom. So dad works. Looks like you filled this out and said, let's see. Just looking at some of the- Oh, he's working at the United Center. Okay. So that probably takes a lot of time away from home, huh? Working there.
Yeah, he works like, I don't know, till late
Lots
at
of
night.
hours, yeah. That's what it looks like. Lots of hours. Okay. And then mom, she works, but how often is she?
She works during the days.
Okay. Okay, mostly mornings as a data tech, it looks like. Medical records. Okay. work, but she's home a lot more.
Yeah.
So how about siblings? So it doesn't look like you have anybody living at the home with you now. It's just kind of you and mom and dad. Looks like in the paperwork that you do have a sister, Molly, and another sister, Holly, in Florida. Have you ever met them?
No.
No? Okay. How's that make you feel? You got two siblings out there you've never met.
I don't know. I wonder what they're like.
Yeah, that'd be normal. Think someday you'll be able to ever meet him?
Probably.
Is there anything else you'd like to tell me just about what's going on at home, your relationship with mom and dad? Anything else that we didn't touch on yet?
Not really. That's pretty much, I don't know, it's normal, kind of.
Okay. You would kind of describe your relationship or your situation at home as normal?
From what I know.
Yeah. Okay. Have you known people that have had worse situations than what you're in? Any of your friends or
Better and worse.
better and worse?
Yeah.
So you're kind of in the middle, you feel?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. How do you think your parents would, if I ask, and I will, of course, when I meet with mom and dad, if I ask mom how to describe you, what do you think mom would say?
Probably bad.
You think your mom would describe you as bad? How
I
come?
don't know. They say I'm a problem child. I'm the worst they've ever had.
That would be tough, hearing that.
Yeah.
So you think they both would describe you as bad?
I mean, good and bad, but
Okay.
kind of a problem.
Okay. We'll just see. Well, we'll see what mom and dad says. Okay. Okay. Well, now we're going to kind of move in a little bit to school. So you go to Homewood.
Mm-hmm.
Looks like you last completed 9th grade, so you're a 10th grader.
Yep.
How's school go for you?
My grades are kind of bad. They've been kind of bad.
Okay. So just recently and
Yeah.
we'll get the school records and everything, but so what kind of bad? Explain bad. What do you
Well, like
think they are?
D's and F's right
D's and
now.
F's right now.
Used to get like A's and B's though.
Well, and it mentioned when I was reading earlier in that diversion report that you had been recently kind of skipping a little bit of school. So
Yeah, not like ever full days, but
okay.
I miss like certain periods. I don't ever leave school. I
Okay.
just,
So you're at school. You just choose not to go to some classes.
yeah.
Okay. Is there anything? What's your favorite class? What? And maybe not currently this year, but maybe in the past. What's been your favorite subject?
Probably math.
Math. What do you like about math?
That I can like solve a problem. Like,
Cool. Do you enjoy that kind of challenge of problem solving?
Yeah.
And feeling good about yourself when you do
yeah.
solve a math problem. Cool. Okay. So you're in school right now. Are you working at all? Doesn't look like.
No.
I don't think you put down you're working. So you're only 15. So
Yeah.
is that something when you turn 16 that you'd like to do? Get a job?
Yeah, money would be nice, I guess.
Yeah. Kind of have your own freedom, your own
Yeah.
money to, spend how you want.
Get out of the house more.
Okay. That would help with that too. Plus, I know you mentioned parents argue about money sometimes, so
Yeah.
you'd be able to kind of have your own money then to do what you want. Okay. So, prior to this last year, you mentioned right now you're getting D's and F's, so failing a lot of your classes. Prior to this last year, how did school go for you?
I did pretty good. I mean, I got like A's and B's. I think there was like a couple lower grades, but for the most part, I did pretty good.
Okay. So what happened this year? So you did pretty good up until this year. What do you think
just
changed?
kinda- I don't know. School, it's hard to focus sometimes, and I don't know. I just don't want to go all the time. missed a lot of classes, so my grades fall. And
So you get
I always wanna
behind.
do the homework.
And once you get behind,
Then it's like,
you start to feel like, how am I going to get caught up?
yeah, it's like, what's the point?
And how do the teachers work with you? How do you get along with the teachers?
I don't really. I
Yeah.
don't really talk to them. I mean, I ask for help sometimes, like math problems but
Other than that, you kind of stick to yourself. You don't really look at the teachers for a lot of help when you're behind. Okay. That can be stressful when you feel like you don't really have help and you get behind and kind of fall back. Okay. Have you been any special ed classes or anything that you've ever been, or IEP, any individual education planning? Nothing like that. So no learning disabilities or anything. It doesn't sound like.
well, I have
Okay.
ADHD.
Oh, ADHD. Yes. Okay. So you have been evaluated for that.
I got
How-
medicine, but I didn't.
Oh, okay.
Never took it.
Okay.
Didn't get refilled. Well, I took it, but it like didn't continue. So
Oh, how did that go when you were on the medicine, like at school and stuff for your ADHD? How
it
does
was a
that
lot
make you
more
feel?
calm, more chill.
So you actually liked the effect that it gave you?
Yeah.
Why was it not refilled?
I'm not sure. I think it was because of money or something.
Okay. So we're on some medication for that for a little while, but so other than that, because you've mentioned you have a hard time focusing, when I asked you, how school goes for you now. So when you're on the medication, that was pretty helpful for you
Yeah, kind
in
of.
school specifically, and now you're having a more difficult time focusing on your classes again. Okay. And again, that's something, probation isn't just about, if you get probation, it's not just going to be about, punishment or making you come in all the time and see it. It's really just to help you. And so that's one of the things too. We go into the schools, we talk with the school counselors, we talk with your parents, your physicians, we make sure that everything's going really well. And there's also help. The cool thing too is there's also some help with financing maybe some medication or some therapy and things like that too. So if that's something that you're open to.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. And we work really well with the schools. Like I said, we have relationships with the schools, and so we really try to help. So if you're feeling behind, that's something that we kind of come together as a team and really help you with too. So I know it's towards the end of the school year right now, but we want you to be successful, and we're gonna help you be successful. Okay. So again, if you get probation, that's something that we will definitely be helping you with. So, okay. Now, have you ever been suspended or expelled from school?
I got suspended.
You did. Okay.
Yeah, and then with the truancy and everything,
Yeah.
I got in a fight. Well, almost got in a fight.
Okay. Tell me about the fight. What happened?
This one girl was just kind of making fun of my friends, and so I don't really stand for that.
So you're pretty protective over your friends.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So how serious did the fight get?
I didn't hit her or anything.
Oh, okay.
And I got up in her face.
Okay. Told her, knock it off.
Yeah.
Quit messing with my friend, basically.
Yeah.
Okay. So that got you in some trouble though at school.
Yeah.
Okay. So even though you're really loyal and standing up to your friends,
Probably shouldn't have done that.
probably shouldn't have. How would you, looking back, how would you view or could have you handled that differently, you think?
Probably just talked to my friend about it and just told him to forget it.
Okay. Okay.
Or not got up in her face, but
Okay. That's good. Looking back now, you can think there's other choices that you could have had.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So, how well do you get along with the teachers?
I mean, it's alright, but I don't really talk to him. I couldn't probably really go to him with anything.
You don't think you could? Okay. You don't think that they care, or do you think
I
if you
don't know.
would talk to them, maybe they would?
Maybe, but I don't know. I really don't.
Okay. Who do you typically go to then when you do have problems?
Talk to the guidance counselor.
Okay. So the guidance counselor is somebody that you trust and you feel like you can go to and that can help
Yeah.
you. Good. Very good. All right. You mentioned you skipped school a little bit. How is that moving forward? How do you think that that could, you know, if you continue to skip school, how could that affect?
Well, I can stay in trouble
Gotcha.
longer and
Okay.
my grades, but I can be better at it.
Okay. So you're committed to making some changes, maybe?
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we already talked about work and not working. I'll kind of skip some of these questions. Is there anything else with school that I missed or that you, oh, I know, what would you like to do, you know, looking forward? I know you're only 15, so it's kind of hard sometimes to think, you know, what do I want to do with my life, you know, after high school, but what have you been interested in?
I kind of like cosmetology,
Oh, cool.
like hair and makeup and stuff like that.
Oh, great. So you'd like to go to cosmetology school after
Yeah.
high school? And so how much have you looked into that yet at all, or?
Not
you know,
a lot,
the schools
no.
around? No? Okay. You still have some time.
Yeah.
You still have plenty of time.